Hello everybody. This video is going to be on base 10 multiplication, and both the numbers are going to be greater than 10. And our first example is 12 times 13, and it's all based on this algebraic identity. If you multiply this side out and multiply this side out and clean it up, combine like terms, you will see that this side is exactly equivalent to this side. So let's use that over here. X represents the base, which we're going to say is 10 over here. As you can see, it's 12 and 13 are pretty close to 10. A is going to represent our first excess, and that means how much more is 12 than 10. It's 2 units more, so I'm going to put a 2 here. And 13 is 3 units more than 10. So these are the excesses, and this is the base, okay? So let's carefully substitute it in here and see how this works. So I have x plus a, x plus b. So my x is 10, plus plus. What's my a and my b? 2 and 3. And this is actually 12, another way of saying 12, and this is another way of saying 13. That's why it works, because it's still 12 times 13. So let's follow it carefully. What's my x? It's 10. Then I have another 10. Then I add the excesses, 2 plus 3. And then I add the product of the excesses. 2 times 3 is 6. Now, why is this interesting? Because we can easily calculate what's 12 times 13 using this idea. Because we can think of it like this. You can think of the answer as having 2 parts. First part is just 2 times 3, which is 6. That's this represented right here. And this part, we can kind of ignore this 10, because when this is multiplied by 10, it's going to be shifted over one space to the left anyways. So I can just look at 10 plus 2 plus 3, which is 15, and put it right here. Right? When the 15's one space to the left, it's multiplied by 10. So this is really 150 anyways. So that's why it's interesting. We could really focus on this and this to get our answer really quickly. Okay? So that's the theory behind it. Let's go ahead and do some examples now. Okay? So, example 2. Let's do 11 times 15. Now there's a little shortcut you can get the answer 165 quickly, but let's do it this way. Our base, which is x, is 10. And our excess, let's do it this way. Plus 1 plus 5. And I talked about this. We have a first part of our answer, second part. Now, there's multiple ways to get the first part. If you want to just say, if you want to look at all of this together, that's going to be x plus a plus b. So we can get that 10, and then we add the excesses. Plus 1 plus 5 equals 16. We can also add diagonally 15 plus 1 and 11 plus 5. And you could even say, you can add them, 11 plus 15, and then take away 10. You'd still get 16. So those are the 4 ways to get the first part. And most of the time it's taught just 2 ways. You just add diagonally, but you could do it this way or this way. And the second part is just the product of the excesses. So 1 times 5 is just 5. Either way, the first part has to be 16. The next part has to be 5. We can only have 1 digit here because the base is 10 with 1 0. And there's nothing to carry here, so my answer is 165. Okay, let's go on. Some more examples. So example 3 now. Let's do 14 times 12. So there's actually another trick to get this answer really quickly, but we're going to do this method. So our base is what? Our base is 10. So the excess here is 4. 14 is 4 more than 10. 12 is 2 more than 10. So I could do it my 4 ways. I could say 10 plus 4 plus 2, or I could say 14 plus 2, or 12 plus 4, or I could add these and then subtract 10. Let's do this way. 14 plus 2 is 16. And the next part of the answer, 4 times 2 is just 8. It's nothing to carry. My answer is 168. Okay, let's go on. Let's get a little bigger now. 16 times 13. So base is still 10. This is 6 more than 10. This is 3 more than 10. Let's add 16 plus 3, which is 19. Second part of my answer, remember, I can only have one digit here. And 6 times 3 is 18. So I'm going to write it like that. This indicates I have to carry this over. So what's 19 plus 1? That's 20. So my answer is 208. Okay, let's go on. Another carry one. Let's do 16 times 15. So base is still 10. This is 6 more than 10. This is 5 more than 10. Let's add this way. 16 plus 5 is 21. First part of my answer. Next part of my answer is a 2-digit number. I can only have one. So it looks like that, 30. So I'm going to carry it over. What's 21 plus 3? That's 24. So my answer is 240. Okay, let's do one more, a couple more. Let's do one non-carry and then one final carry one. So let's do an easy one. 13 times 13. So base is 10. This is 3 more than 10. This is 3 more than 10. 13 plus 3 is 16. First part of my answer. Second part of my answer, 3 times 3 is 9. Nothing to carry over. Answer 169. All right, let's do our final one here. Example 7. Let's say 18 times 14. So base is 10. Excess of 8 from 10. This has an excess of 4 from 10. Let's add this way. 18 plus 4 is 22. First part of my answer. Next part of my answer, 8 times 4 is 32. Remember, the base is 10, 1, 0. So that means I'm only allowed to have one digit here. So 3, 2. So I'm going to carry this 3 over here. 22 plus 3 is 25. So final answer, 252. Okay, good job. It's really important that you master this first before we move on to higher bases, okay?